The last time we were with you, we were talking about the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. And now we're going back to another Bible that was written before the Thompson, but evidently inspired the Thompson Bible. And this one is by Nave, N-A-V-E. Now, I have two of his types of Bibles. One is called the Topical Bible, as you can see here. And everything in this Bible is done strictly by topic. You can look up all kinds of things about anything, and it will give you all of the scripture that has to do with that, and actually have the scripture printed out. For example, let's take heaven, which you see right here. And if you look in there, you will see everything about heaven. And what's helpful about this is that it is very, very thorough. It goes through topics, so many of them, that it's hard to even imagine how many they are. But it's you've got a little index on the side to show you where the letters are, so you can go through letters A through Z. And it is extremely good in that regard. And as you know, it's quite a thick, long Bible. And for example, if you look for purification, not only does it give all the scripture on purification, but it says scriptures prefigured of purification and scriptures relating to purification. Goes through all of those, which is actually quite long. And then Purim, P-U-R-I-M, and then purity of heart, and so on. And it'll do quotations or allusions and so forth. And it just is amazing. And what's interesting, at the end, it has something unique, which is very good to use if you can figure out how to do it, which is not easy. But what it is for, it is called an index. So therefore, it's an index all the way through the Bible, starting with the first book, which is naturally Genesis. So if you start with Genesis, there you see which verses in here relate to other places in this book. For example, Genesis 1, which you see right at the top there, Genesis 1. You can find sections about what Genesis 1 talks about in all of those places. Now, this takes you through every single book of the Bible, all the way to the end. And as you can see, that is quite good. Once you get through that, of course, it'll also have Harmony of the Gospels. Now, this one is better than the Thompson Harmony of the Gospels. Where I told you before, Thompson had not only Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John as Harmony of the Gospels, but this one has Harmony of the Gospels related references. And that one gets you through many more books that are related to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And it has the dates of all these things on the far left, everything about what's going on and where it happened, and then what verses it is in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, if it's in there. But the other references on the very right-hand side are many, many more than the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. So this Harmony of the Gospels is superior to that, and it's one that's fascinating to look through, because that you will find also shows you where other parts of the Bible talk about the same things that are talked about in the Harmony of the Gospels. So that's the first one, just to give you a small sample of it. But the second one I have, which we will do next, is the Nave's Study Bible. And that's even more comprehensive than the one I just showed you. So we will begin with that one in the near future. And thank you for listening.